Hello, children. Are you ready for some cutting up and kikiing? Are you ready for a gay old time? Well, I hope you are, because now it's time for Hey Qween with your host, Jonny McGovern!
Hey Qween, come on and spill the tea. Hey Qween, it's just a good old-fashioned kiki. Hey Qween, we're cutting up with Jonny. Hey, 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 hey Qween.
Hello, my giddy, gleaming glamazons, and welcome to another gaudy and gorgeous episode of Qween with me, your host. Today's show is going to be glorious. Our guest today is thick and delicious. She stepped onto season 11 and shined with her bold personality and ecstatic energy. Whether on stage or in the kitchen, she's got that good old milk. She's a well-educated Southern belle, and I can't wait to get her out on the sparkle couch. I'm talking about, of course, the extraordinary Silky Nutmeg Ganache.
Yay!
But before she dices on out here, there's another sweet treat you gotta eat. She'll put your attitude in check, but like any hearty meal, she'll leave you serene and satiated, soothed and satisfied. It's my sissy, the one and only Miss Lady Red Couture. Oh, hey, I like that energy.
Okay, look at you. You all protected and stuff.
I know, I don't know if our audience at home can see it, but here I am, tapping. I'm like the buffet at Sizzler.
Now, is this bulletproof?
I don't know, but I hope we won't have to find out, Lady Red. I hope we will not need to find out.
Right, we know it's Rona-proof.
Yeah, we're not going to let Miss Rona stop us.
No,
we're here
honey.
doing Hey Qween, and we're protected and safe.
Yes.
With our Sizzler bladders right on either side.
These guys.
And all the crew's wearing masks. We're safe as heck.
We are safe.
Now, you looking great today.
Oh, thank you so much.
This beautiful Afrocentric lion's mane you got going on.
Sometimes I do get inspired.
Oh, and who are you inspired by today, Lady Red?
Well, today I'm inspired by the one, the only Angela Davis. She is a feminist and activist and one of the Black Panther Party.
Yes, honey, she definitely was one of the Black Panther Party. She fought for queer rights,
Yes.
Civil rights,
Yes.
feminist rights,
Yes.
workers' rights, all over the world.
And is still fighting today as a professor.
Yeah, and she was part of the Black Queer Town Hall
Yes.
with our friend Bob the Drag Queen and
Peppermint.
yes, that was pretty exciting to see.
Yes.
Now, if you guys at home want to learn more about Angela Davis or any of the other heroes that have inspired Lady Red this season, you're going to check out our socials at Hey Qween TV. Oh, honey, we got a good show going on today.
Yes, honey. Ooh, I'm ready.
I know. So we'll be back with the one and only Silky Nutmeg Ganache right after this very gay break. Yes, just us here. No more clapping. Just clap harder. We are back. And honey, you know what? I don't want dinner tonight. I'm going straight for dessert because I'm in the mood for some Silky Nutmeg Ganache.
What's the tea?
Oh my goodness, Miss Silky. Just an apricot delight today.
Honey, I wish I would have had a rhinestone apple. You know them pigs they be having on the wheel? You go round and round. That's what I was trying to give you, honey, to serve you up some deliciousness.
Oh my goodness, I want a slice for sure.
Just a slice?
I want the whole thing, Silky.
Okay, come on, eat it up. Eat it up.
Lady Red, here she is in the studio.
Girl, don't she look so wonderful?
Oh, thank you, Mother Red. You know you taught us well, Mother.
Child, please. All y'all do is pick up on great cues.
Yes. Silky, we're lucky we caught you right before you're about to skedaddle right out of Los Angeles.
I am. I'm going to skedaddle for a couple of months, honey. Go to Mississippi so I can have me a home-cooked meal every day. Stop drinking, because I gained about 20 pounds during the quarantine in L.A. Because we were just drinking. We weren't even buying food. We were just drinking. And so I'm just, taking a little break, going down there to see my family. I'm really close with my family, so what better time now while we all unemployed than to go down there and, see what's going on.
Yes, family time is very important, especially in this crazy time that we're in.
Absolutely.
Well, Silky, let's get right to the tea.
Oh, Lord.
Well, Silky, the thing that's on the top of all of our minds is the Black Lives Matter movement. You and your family were out protesting back in Mississippi, right?
Right together.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's so crazy because, I'm not new to this. I'm very true to this. I did my first protest with my family, my mom, in Jenna, Louisiana, for the Genocides. A class, we skipped school, including the teacher, and we raised the money, found the funds, and we went to the Genocides March. And that was my first time protesting, and my mom went with me. And ever since then, I've been going to like Bloody Sunday in Alabama a couple of times. I protested for gay rights, trans rights. I'm really down for it,
Yeah, I mean, right now is the time when we've all got to activate.
Activate. It's time for you to open your damn mouth and say what you got to say.
Yeah.
You can't lean on the fence no more. Those days are over. You can't swallow the fence. You got to be with us or you against us. It's that simple. And it goes to show, I'm just doing what I've been doing my whole life. I don't see what I'm doing, anything groundbreaking or anything. I'm just doing what I've done my entire life. I was the chairman of the Malcolm X Institute of Black Studies in college, the only Malcolm X Institute in the country. This is just what I've been doing. This is what I've done. This is me. You got a little bit of it on the show, but they rather talk about, someone going to the Republican convention instead of me telling my stories. Ain't no shade there, I'm just saying. I was talking about it, just didn't air.
Right.
The Republican convention made it, so
Where is the Silky Files? Where are the Silky Files? Let's see the Silky Files.
I wonder where they at, child. They there.
Silky, so you're going back home to Mississippi, and that's where we're going right now. Silky, hold up your hand so we can join together, and we're about to go into the time machine. Watch out, Silky, here we go. Wow! Silky. Oh, look,
Lord.
here we are. We're in Moss Point. Oh, and look, there's little Silky. Oh, she's dancing in church. What a cutie.
I'm convinced that it's Easter Sunday.
Yes.
Did you clock the egg in the hand, honey?
Let's see that one more time. Let's clock the egg.
Miss Thing was ready, like I got my egg ready to go.
Like, where is the chocolate basket that goes with this?
Okay, I'm the chocolate basket.
Yes, you are. Now, what were you like as a kid?
It's so crazy because, on the show I got a lot of hate that was just like I was acting and pretending. But I went back to my family reunion last Labor Day and they was on the microphone like everything you saw on the show is what we've experienced for years. Like as a kid, I wanted to do everything. I wanted to be everything. I wanted to see everything. And my family made sure that it happened. So as a kid, I was the same thing I was. Before I graduated high school, I studied abroad and traveled to 7 different countries. So as a kid, I guess that's outside the norm because I was a black kid in a predominantly black school that didn't get opportunities. Mars Point is a place I used to call where dreams don't come true because people get there, they get stuck there, and people get content with life, and then they have kids, and it's like, well, I'm here, this is home now, but I was the one that was just like, I'm gonna see the world.
Being a church kid, when you started to realize you were gay, was that difficult for you internally?
Yes and no. Child, I knew I was gay as a little kid. I would do research, like we had encyclopedias, so I would look up homosexuality. Oh my goodness, I'm old. We had encyclopedias in the house. I came from a family of educators. My mother was a teacher. My grandmother is still a teacher at 82 years old. My younger brother's in college to be a teacher. My older brother's a principal. My dad was a teacher for a trade school. And I went to school to teach, but I ended up being a college recruit. I was better at that. But growing up, I knew I was gay. They knew I was gay because they would ask my mom, now, when did you know that Ouija was gay? And she was always say, if we went out shopping for shoes, and I wanted the white go-go boots. Because we had dancers, the majorette dancers, and they used to wear
Yes.
white go-go boots. And I used to twirl, but I knew I was gay. But it didn't conflict with me in church. It did at one point, but then I had to realize right around 11th, 12th grade, I said, you know what? I had to say a prayer, and I said, you know, Lord, I have been a minister of music in church. I have been over the youth department. I have raised funds to help, kids see the world. I've sang. I've done everything I can. If I'm not led into heaven for who I am, and with all the works that I've done, that means that I didn't belong there. So once I had let that go, it freed my spirit.
Now, in college, was that when you started to dip your toe into the drag art?
I wasn't thinking about drag in college. And the funny thing is, we had a mentor named, we call him Grandma Jerry now. Grandma Jerry's the one that named me. And Grandma Jerry gave me my first drag name, which is Lasagna Frozine.
Right, that's what I was going to ask you about, because I love that name, Lasagna Frozine,
I
Lady
had
Red.
3 drag names. So RuPaul's Drag Race just started around 2008. We would watch it, sit with him. I may or may not had a cocktail. And we was having a good time, and Grandma Jerry was like, I'm giving you all drag names. And he came up with my name, Lasagna Frozine. Grandma Jerry was from Mississippi too, Laura, Mississippi. So it was always a thing with us about who was the countryest. So he gave me that name, and I ran with it for years. I was just like, yeah, I'm Lasagna Frozine. My name is, my husband is Stouffer's. So I used to say that all the time. And around my senior year, at the beginning of the year, he was just like, okay, your new name is Silky. Because you're sometimes ghetto, but always classy. And I literally watched Food Network that night, and they said Ganache. I was like, ooh, Silky Ganache. And my pledge name was Nutmeg, so I included Nutmeg, so Silky Nutmeg Ganache. And it stayed, and then Grandma Jerry drank another night, my senior year, and he was like, we're gonna be the House of Super Bottoms, because none of us were a bottom. We were all tops. So we're gonna be the House of Super Bottoms. And he was like, your new name is, we had just ate Church's chicken. So he was like, your name is Honey Butter Biscuit Super Bottom.
I like it.
So that was my 3rd drag name. And I was just like, I was gonna go with that name because I was just like, oh, if I went to a drag show, they'd be like, bring it to the stage. You gotta say the first name real fast. Honey Butter Super Bottom. Honey Butter Biscuit Super Bottom. Honey Butter Biscuit Super Bottom. And I ended up with Silky because I wanted to be a pageant queen, so.
Right, because the House of Super Bottoms has not snatched the titles in the pageant world.
No. Neither has the House of Frozine, so.
Hello, children. Click here. Click here. And subscribe. You're welcome.